We're live.
Oh my God.
Let's see if it.
Mankind.
Okay, I can't tell if it's actually on the YouTube.
How would we tell, do you think? Oh, actually, I think it is because it says 0 people watching. Live view. No, I think it is live, actually. It has a little thing. It says Girl Street Journal.
Oh, maybe because it's unlisted. I can't see it. Okay.
Yeah, we'll watch it back after.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show.
We're so happy you're here. This is Jen and Molly. You know, we've been friends for about a decade and a half, and we love talking about what's going on in the world. And we thought it would be fun if we tried, because we love to try things, if we tried doing a live streaming every morning where we talk about the news. So this week is our tester week, and we're trying it.
And you know what's so interesting? I feel like most people our age get their news from TikTok and Instagram and going on websites, but the weird thing about Molly and I is that we actually get the newspaper. So every single morning we get the newspaper and the hard copy of it. And I'm the kind of person that I'm so passionate about what I read that I actually cut things out of the newspaper. Do you ever cut things out and like hang it on your fridge or your wall?
No, but I know this wonderful woman that wrote a book on networking, and she said she got inspired to network because every morning her parents would cut out of the paper articles and then mail them to people that they were interested in like the 40s and 50s.
Wait, is this you?
No, it's this wonderful woman named Susan McPherson. On networking.
I'm like, are you third person promoting your own book? Because like some of our audience might not know that you wrote a book.
Well, there's time to talk about that.
Oh, wait, that's such a beautiful thing. Like imagine opening your mail and getting an article from someone that they thought of you and they mailed it.
It's really sweet. You know, my friend Kevin is starting that business to bring back handwritten letters. Like some people really, I feel like here's a prediction for like the next 3 years. I feel like Gen Z could like bring back the mail.
The mail, yeah.
Save the mail.
I know. I feel like we get so many emails. Like you and I communicate exclusively through email, but when other people email me, I'm like, I'd rather you call me or mail me something. Like I like the old school thing because we're just online all day.
Okay, so over this weekend, I did a screenshot on Instagram of like all my unread texts, which admittedly was a little high even for me. That's why I shared.
Wait, what was the number?
It's like 1,100. And I just want you to know I was dragged in the story responses.
What did people say? Were people shocked?
Like, are you okay? Like, is this a cry for help?
Wait, so you have
like,
over
calling you now?
You have over 1,000. Have you never seen anything that those thousands are?
Well, because I felt so bad about the whole thing. Like I was like, oh, I really got to get more on top of it. So yesterday I went through and now I have like 800.
Did you reply to people or just delete?
No, it's like if anyone really text me one-on-one, I usually reply, probably not like within the hour, but like within a reasonable amount of time. But like aren't you on a lot of group chats? You and I are on group chats that I am like failing at.
You know what? I feel like it's bad for my friendships with people because when I'm on a group chat, the first thing I do is hit the mute button so I don't get the notifications. But then when you finally look at your phone, you're like, oh my God, I've missed 75 messages. I'm so far behind on the conversation. It makes them feel like I don't care. And I do care. I'm also not a texter either. But I feel like it's bad for some friendships who only communicate in group chats.
Well, you might recall I shopped that book proposal last year called Ta-Ta Texting.
Okay, what do you think is replacing texting?
Like, I don't know, Jen. Like, things out of articles. I think I will say, responding to text yesterday, I felt this surge of like, holy crap, this is incredible. I can just text these people and it'll go right into their phone. I feel like I hadn't texted in so long that I was like, this is incredible. It was like a new world.
Okay,
is everyone texting? I feel like everyone must be.
You know what I'm doing that I think is a little controversial, but I think maybe you would appreciate? I'm scheduling texts.
Okay, people keep talking to me about scheduling texts, but I don't really understand how to do it. Is it like in the interface?
Yeah,
is it a separate app?
No, it's in text. So like yesterday, for example, was the anniversary of someone I know's mother's passing away. And I wanted to make sure I wrote the right thing. And I wanted to make sure that I sent the text because I didn't want to have a couple days go by and realize I forgot. So I wrote the text, and rather than pressing the button on the right that's send, you press the arrow, like the plus sign on the left, and you scroll down and it will say schedule. And then you can pick the date and time that you schedule it to go. That way you don't forget things. So like I'll do things for like that, or birthdays, or if like it's 10 o'clock at night and I want to tell someone something and I'm like, oh, I don't know if they silenced their phone, I'll just schedule it for the next morning to go out.
I will say a huge pet peeve of mine. I sleep with my phone on, and I hate it when people text me at like midnight.
What do you do? How is your phone not going off all night?
And not to blow up my own spot, I'm not getting that many texts.
Wait, why do you sleep with it on?
I don't know. I just like never. It's usually across the room plugged in, but like I don't know. I just leave it on.
And you never get woken up by someone calling you or texting you?
Well, I'm constantly tempted to pay the $125 to buy the special bed for my cell phone and like have it in the corner of my room. It's on Amazon. I always look at it. I'm like, should I get the bed for myself?
What does it do?
Nothing. It's just a bed for your cell phone.
That's so interesting that you sleep with it in your room. We have a no phone policy, so we both have to silence our phones and keep it in the kitchen.
Oh my God. And like, this is so good for your marriage.
Well, and then if like in the morning, Adam will be like tempted to bring the phone in the room, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you're ruining this, like the sanctity of this bedroom. And he's like, you are a literal freak. Like,
you can't. Do you watch TV before bed? No, you do no screens before bed.
Well, we don't have a TV in our room. Our room is like literally, I want you to imagine it. It is a white box with nothing in it. There's nothing on the walls. There's no technology. There's like, it's like literally the whole room is a bed. And
my head is a box with nothing in it.
That's what this room feels like. Like you'd walk in and be like, what is this place? Why is there no, like nothing in this place? But I feel like it's like so zen for me to sleep in an empty room. I feel like I have issues.
You put your head down at like 10 a.m. on the dot. What time are you completely asleep?
I feel like I put my head down at like 10:30 and then I'm pretty much right out, like instantly. But then I'm the kind of person that I wake up like 4 to 5 times a night, and I'm like up for a little bit of time. I'm peeing, I'm thinking of stuff. I'm like talking to Goofy in the bed. Like I'm going through like cycles.
Does she talk back?
Of course. Wait, what do you? I bet you're the kind of person that doesn't wake up even once to pee at night.
Not even once.
How?
When it's lights out, except someone texts me, then I'm like, okay, what's happening? Sometimes.
That's so crazy for a person like you to keep your phone on loud if you're not getting up at all, even to pee.
I really don't. I don't. Sometimes it felt like if you're pregnant, you have to get up to pee. I feel like that's like one of the worst parts of pregnancy is getting up in the middle of the night.
I can't believe that your bladder is so strong. Do you do any type of like
training?
Wow. Are you like
constantly straining my bladder?
Are you squeezing your like pelvic floor stuff?
You just like try to hold it for longer and longer. In 4th grade, I went to it was a class field trip, and you weren't allowed to pee on the bus. And they told you like 1,000 times. And I was so nervous. And I went up to my 4th grade teacher like 3 days before the field trip. And I said, my bladder is the size of a pea and I'm panicking.
What'd you say?
It's like, you seem like a nervous 9-year-old.
I was shocked that did you wear a diaper? Like, what did you do?
Well, this is what I actually remember very vividly. I was so stressed about it. I spent months freaking out that I was going to have to go to the bathroom on the bus. So you know what I did? That morning when I left my house, I went to the bathroom. I never went again. Even when we got to school and she's like, okay, everybody go to the bathroom. I was like, I can't break the seal. And I didn't go the whole day until I got home. That's like a long day.
Wow. That is so long. And you didn't, like, how did you hold it in? Like, there's times when you're like, I cannot hold this in another second, and I'm rushing to the bathroom.
I think you drink a lot more water than me. How much like water are you drinking?
You know what I think it is? I don't even think I have to pee. I think it's like the nerves of peeing. Sometimes in the middle of the night, I'm like, I have to pee, and I go, and like nothing actually comes out. But I think I'm like, oh, I'm up. I should just pee. Like, I think it's a lot of like nerves.
Getting up 5 times a night is like, that does
crazy. I know. And I'm not even like menopausal. And I heard when you're like going through menopause, there's people in my building who are like, we wake up at 3 and we're up till 5 and you can't go back.
I didn't want to scare you, but I'm reading that book right now, The Hormone Loop. And actually like a lot of the reason that people start peeing more as they get older is because like their internal organs are like kind of collapsing.
Oh,
and it feels like you have to pee more.
I'm sorry. Like I'm not nervous to turn 40, but I'm nervous to like get older. And I feel like 40 is a moment where you're like, Everything feels and looks and is older, and you can't hide it as well anymore. And now my internal organs are failing.
Me turning 40.
I just feel like now I'm going to be thinking of my internal organs all day.
You're welcome. Also, speaking of looking our age, Jen and I had a big combo about how on this show we'd be wearing our PJs. It would be cash, limited makeup. I show up today. This girl's in a 3/4 length bow neck shirt.
Can I show you? It has shoulder pads, first of all, and then the pants.
It's very cute. Oh,
we're like fully dressed. It's only because like right after we're done, I'm taking Gemma to Manhattan with a friend and her mom, and I wanted to like look mom-like for this. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get fully ready before we do this, but I'm gonna start wearing pajamas. I just have to buy pajamas. Like I go to sleep in a ratty old t-shirt. Do you sleep in full pajamas?
You know, I kind of do actually.
Wow. Even in the Florida heat, you're not hot?
We gotta crank that AC down. You can't sleep in hot.
What do you put your AC on?
75.
That's high.
Is it?
Yeah.
But don't forget, I got the fans.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's like every room in my house has a million fans. It's like, you know how it is, Florida.
Yeah. We keep it on like 70, 69, 70.
That's nice. If I was like living by myself, I would be doing that.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a little hot. I feel like when it's too cold and the kids wake up.
I feel like when it's so cold, my child pees through her belongings. Like this morning I was like, oh,
she's like shivering.
Yeah, I'm like, it was too cold because like there's pee everywhere, you know. So.
100%. Also, like my kids are in a different HVAC than I am, so like I'm a little colder than them.
Do you know what? Like another thing I think is happening because of age. I have like maybe I am going through freaking menopause because in the middle of the night I wake up and I'm like I am burning hot and I will take off everything. And then the next hour I'm like I am freezing cold and I have to go get like our winter blanket and put it on. And then I'll wake up and be like, Adam, were you hot? Were you cold? And he's like, I don't know what you were talking about. Like I slept through the night. I'm fine.
You really should read this book. It's very interesting. It's called The Hormone Loop. You can slip around to different chapters. Honestly, the chapter on perimenopause and now I'm like going into the chapter of menopause, but like it was very interesting. It was like a bunch of chapters about it. And like this is how the book is set up, which I thought was really nice. It's like all the major sections of hormones. When you first get your period, when you're like having kids, when you're perimenopause, when you're post. And the first chapter is like, here's how it's supposed to go. And then there's 2 chapters being like, when things go awry. And it's like, oh, okay, now these chapters are dedicated to what can go wrong in that stage. Isn't that a good format? It's like very structured for a book.
Does the what goes wrong make you nervous?
No, but I don't have health anxiety.
I know. I feel like I would read like, I don't want to look too much into perimenopause because then I'm going to start to believe I have it. And I don't think you get it until maybe
you think you have it.
Yeah. Like I'm going to be like, oh, that's going to be my new personality is like, I am perimenopause. That's going to be like
that's like a lot of people's our age new personality. It's like a popular thing to talk about.
I know a couple of people who wrote books about it that I just can't read. For this next stage of life, I need to just like let go. What's that book? Let them. I need to let them with my freaking hormones. Like just let them.
Mel Robbins, didn't you see all that shenanigans?
No.
Oh my God, you haven't been following the Mel Robbins let them shenanigans?
No, did she not? Did she like plagiarize the book?
Accusations are flying.
Who did she plagiarize it from?
No, like The Atlantic covered it, like a really reputable publication. You know, it's an interesting thing. Like someone wrote a poem a couple years ago that was very popular and viral, and Mel had shared. And then she wrote this whole book with a very, very, very similar message. And they had like the things. I think it would have been fine if she had just like credited this other woman, but she didn't. And, you know, this other woman wrote a viral poem and yet she didn't really get any compensation. And Mel's let them theory has done like amazing. And so, you know, it's interesting when you see, it's kind of like when Lizzo took that lyric from the tweet that said like, I'm 100% that bitch. And then when the person called her out on it and was like, you got this from my tweet. She was like, you're right. I did. I'll give you a songwriting credit. I actually thought that was like, I feel like if you get called out, first of all, you should be trying to give credit. But if you, for some reason you don't, we're all seeing a million things online. I can see a world where you don't necessarily put it directly together. Just give them credit.
Like from a legal standpoint, is she wrong legally? And I don't know if she is. You know, from like a value standpoint, yeah, she should do something. She should credit her. She should do something to lift her up. But from a legal standpoint, it's like, does that person have a case to sue? And I'm not quite sure they do, because it is such a common phrase. It's not that it's a common saying, but it's not like the most invented saying. So you could have the case of like, you know, and the truth is, I could write a book called Let Them. I'm allowed to have that title.
I'm going to let you do that.
It would have, as you know, 0 readers. It would be a complete
it would truly pick up some readers, because you'd be like, you could call it like, don't let them. And then it's like that book that was called like Lean Out, like didn't do horrible.
And you could, like, I don't think people realize, like, I could write a book called Let Them. I could write a book called Lean In. I could write a book called anything I want. You cannot own the name of a book. Anyone could write a book called anything. Yep. So that's number one. So it's like, legally, does she have any footing to sue for this? I don't think so.
I don't think she does, actually. Have you ever what's a tweet or a piece of social that you didn't write that you think about a lot?
I don't know. What do you think?
I saw, like, a couple years ago, I saw a tweet that said, the revolution is coming and crap like this won't be tolerated. And I loved it so much. I painted it on a canvas and it's like hanging in my 7-year-old's room. I just like thought it was I thought it was just like, it was probably like 2019, 2020, right in there. And I just like, it applies to everything. Like, the revolution is coming and crap like this, it will not be tolerated. And I just like thought it was so great. And after I painted on this canvas, obviously it wasn't for sale. I wasn't making money off of it. But I went back to the woman who did the tweet and I was like, I love your tweet. It really touched me. I painted it.
But it's like common things. Like right now in New York City, the Knicks is like the whole thing. Everyone's freaking out. Everyone's obsessed. And the big saying, I don't know if you've seen this, is my mayor's Muslim, my bagel's Jewish, something else, Knicks in 5. It like rhymes. And it's just like saying, I don't know who created it. I don't know who started it, but every single person is saying it. It's on every single person's Instagram caption. I'm sure there'll be t-shirts printed with it. Nobody knows who originally came up with it, right? So something like that is crazy, because I'm sure it's going to be monetized. I'm sure it's going to be on coffee mugs. I'm sure they're going to be selling t-shirts with this slogan on it, but the original person gets absolutely no credit, absolutely no money from it. Would you want to start something that went viral and no one knew it was you, but you knew it was you?
Every time I hear someone say we can do hard things, I feel slightly bad for Glennon Doyle Melton, who came up with that thing. Also, I think it's, speaking of people not getting credit, something that really grinds my gears is that Sophia with an F came up with the phrase unwell on Call Her Daddy. And now that's Alex Cooper's whole company. I don't know why we don't talk about that more.
But legally, it's like, again, how is she allowed to do that?
She is allowed to do it, but like, why would you?
But how? It's like, if we had a company,
you own the phrase unwell, like you
can't own the phrase unwell, but if that's so crazy to me, because if you're working with a person and you're using that phrase, then the relationship ends and you go off and create a whole business around that phrase. She makes millions of dollars just on merchandise that says unwell on it.
That's just, I don't even like the phrase, honestly. I'm not even like, oh, that's so inventive.
I know, but I think like for that generation of people, they think it's so catchy and so cool. And it's like a catchphrase, like to be like, oh, I'm so unwell, you know? It's like their lingo to say that word. I think her having a hydration drink that's called Unwell is so bizarre, because you're trying to have people buy something that makes you healthy, but it's called Unwell. And I think that's probably a reason why it was such a flop. It just didn't make any sense for the product.
Well, you know, she said it because, no, completely agree. And Sophia said it because she was like calling into work, and she was like, I called into work sick and I said, I can't come in today. I am unwell. And like, everyone thought it was so funny.
That's a book that I cannot wait to read.
I agree with it. Daddy Issues.
That too. Those 2 books I cannot wait to read.
What's the other one? Oh, Cancel Me If You Can.
Sophia's is Daddy Issues. And then, yes, Dave Portnoy's is Cancel Me If You Can. I feel like those 2 perspectives are things that are going to be kind of interesting.
Sophia needs to move her book up. Cancel Me If You Can is Dave Portnoy's book, comes out like really soon, in like 2 weeks. But Sophia's book doesn't come out till November. I feel like if I was her publisher, I would be pushing that up. Like it's more of the moment now.
So would you want your book, because obviously Dave's book is going to talk a lot of SHIT about Sophia. Would you want your book to come out if you were Sophia, before Dave or after Dave, knowing that he's going to talk so much shit about you? It's like, let him, in my mind, it's like, let him talk his shit. And then you release your book a couple months later and be like, let me tell you the true story. Because if you go first, then his overshadows you, and he can pull things from your book and be like, this isn't true. This is what I say.
There could be a world where she is pushing it out till November in case she wants to add anything to it. Like it could be more of like a crash book situation.
How much do you think she got paid for this book?
$500,000.
You don't think over? How much do you think Dave got paid? A couple million?
1.2. What do you think?
I don't know. I feel like maybe Sophia she definitely got over half. I think she got $500,000 or more. I think there's a world in which she got maybe $750,000.
I wonder if Publishers Weekly, like, you know, they say the deal size. We should look that up.
I think it's going to explode. I honestly think her book is going to be, I think, a hit, because there's a lot of people who want her side of the story. And there's people who are kind of questioning Alex Cooper and who she is and what she is about, that are going to go to these books now. It's genius. If Alex Cooper was smart, she'd have a book that she's writing come out early next year.
Called like something else. Okay, I just realized someone's at my door.
Go. Can we pause?
We're gonna ring the doorbell right now. What should I?
You can't answer it.
Should I let them in and go someplace else?
Yeah. I don't know if I can pause this.
Okay. Let's do upstairs except for not that room, and then downstairs but not that room or my bedroom, or the playroom is clean but the kids are in there. So then just here. Thank you. Okay, I'm back.
Hi. Okay, should we do the stories?
We should. Is it going to be like distracting if it's loud? Can you hear?
Just us. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I am so excited. I feel like we both have 3 very, very different stories.
Kick it off. Jay-Z, what is it?
Okay, I'm going to start with the most like lifestyle easy one first. There's an article about the Expedia CEO, and it says that she travels at least 3 times a month. And they asked her what she will not leave home without. And I thought that was such an interesting thing to ask a person like that, because she's representing the travel industry. She's someone who's always on the go. What do you think the 2 items that she said were?
I mean, you're making it a story, so it can't be like her laptop and like her charger.
I mean, it kind of is. Like, you would think it was like so revolutionary. Like, okay, number 1 is a book, which I'm like,
okay.
And number 2, which I thought was so interesting, was that she says she never leaves home without her portable depuffing wand. And she mentions that it's from Therabody, okay? So look, this obviously isn't like a PR placement, but in a crazy way it is, because you read an article like this and you're like, do I need a Therabody pure puffing wand now? Because I never heard of that before. And this woman who travels all the time and is this high-powered CEO can't leave the house without it. It's kind of a genius product placement. Like, if I was a company,
I think it's okay. My hot take. First of all, you're the Expedia CEO and you're traveling only 3 times a month.
That also made me like a little bit like,
I feel like I travel 3 times a month.
That also kind of got me thinking, like, that's bizarre. That's bizarre.
You should be traveling, like, if you're the Expedia CEO, your feet should never be on the ground. Like, you're in the plane.
I know, it seemed a little bit crazy, and the depuffing wand thing seemed also kind of like a weird choice for her to say, but also it made someone like me be like, I need this product.
First of all, I love Therabody. You know, I have all their stuff. I think
they're depuffing wand?
No, but now I'm like, maybe I should get it. However, okay, you're the Expedia CEO. You know, you're in the Wall Street Journal. Was it Wall Street Journal?
Yeah.
You're in the Wall Street Journal and you have to say your travel must-haves. What are you saying that is like
I'm not saying another business's name in this article, and she does. And I find that to be a little problematic because you're the CEO of a massive company and you're mentioning another company. What happens if that company, there's a recall or something bad happens? Now you're attached to that company. So that's a little bit dangerous. So I don't think I would ever say that.
I don't think I would either, but that makes me think that she's doing it because she either, like, Expedia could have some sort of deal with Therabody that they're trying to make it happen. What would I say? I just hate that question. Like, what do you not leave home without? We all have the same freaking packing list. It's a book in our laptop and like hair stuff. Like,
I would maybe say something like that related to Expedia. You know, like
you can't promo yourself, but yeah.
But okay, here's the other thing is like this world of influencing, this world of PR is changing so much. Like if you're Therabody right now, you are like celebrating the fact that she mentioned your product. That's what PR is in 2026. It's not like getting on these roundups. It's having a high-powered CEO saying the name of your product. And I don't think a lot of PR agencies view it like that.
They probably either send her a gifting basket or they're about to. I know what I'm saying if I'm the CEO. I'm saying something that's accessible that everyone can do, but that is completely unbranded. I'm saying I never leave home without cottage cheese, no brand, and without Bible.
Oh, because you know it says so much about you. Number one, you're like, I'm a girl that gets protein and I love God.
No, seriously. And like, who's gonna? But then again, I feel like you're not really supposed to bring religion if you're like into business. But like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, she names the name of the book too that she brings.
What is it? Reach out.
Could you imagine?
That'd be incredible.
The Things We Never Say by Elizabeth Strout. Never heard of it, but again, like, it makes me want to Google these things. And I swear to God, I spent 5 minutes this morning being like, I need this depuffing wand. What does it do? Why do I need it? Like, there was such power to this tiny article about her, even though it is kind of stupid. It kind of just was like.
Wait, what you should do to try, I feel like that there's definitely PR happening in the background here. You should send this article to someone that works at Therabody and be like, wow, this made me want to try it. I'm a micro influencer. Can you send me stuff?
That's genius.
Then you can try it. Look at, you're talking about it on the show.
No, it's so true.
Viewers, like, come on.
No, it is so true. But I really do think like if you are a business owner, whether you're Therabody or even a small business owner, the best money you can spend is getting your product in the hands of people who are public facing. Just send, like, even like, you know, my obsession with Bethany Frankel, like people send her shit all the time. Great. She picks your thing out of a pile and talks about it. Like it could change your company's life. Just send people that you like your product rather than paying these PR agencies $10,000 a month. I would spend that budget just mailing product to people who talk about things online.
I don't really understand though. Like, okay, like let's say I want to send something to an influencer. How do I get their information? Like, how do I know where to send it?
You could see, like, based on the size of them, you could reach out to them directly or see if they have like a manager and send it to them. You know, with like the Bethany Frankel thing I posted, there's a massive PR group on Facebook. It's called PR Marketing Czars. There's like 50,000 people. And if you're like, hey, I need help getting this person's address, like people have connections. 3 different people messaged me from that group with Bethany contacts I could reach out to. So it's like, there's ways. It's a lot of work, but there's ways to get, and I didn't get Bethany's direct address. I mailed it to somebody on her team who then I think drove it to her. So.
You know, I got an email last week from like a charity that I'd like given some money to for like, honestly, probably like the last decade at this point. And they asked for my home address. And I didn't get that.
It's hard. Like, I don't mind giving out my address because I live in an apartment building. So I'm like here, you know, it's like kind of safer. But if I had a house, I wouldn't even want people to know like the exact town I'm in. That's why I feel like PO boxes are the move.
The move. Gen Z is bringing back the mail and PO boxes.
PO boxes. Okay, you go.
Soccer. 1 to 10. What are you giving the World Cup frenzy?
You know, in New York, I'd say it's like honestly a 9. We're coming off of the Knicks situation, which I think made everyone leave their house for the first time in years. The city was packed and the bars are still going. Like every single bar in New York City has an inflatable screen outside, is taking over the sidewalk and the street. Every single park has activations with screens, with soccer things. So I think because the World Cup is happening a lot in New York, it's happening right near us in New Jersey. And all the bars are capitalizing it. So I think here it's like an 8 or a 9. I mean, people are going.
I really want to
out
go
for
to a
it.
game. I've been trying to find tickets to a game.
Are there any in Florida?
Yeah, of course. They're not just in New York. They're in like 6 different locations.
Where in Florida? Miami or Orlando?
Miami. But there's also some in LA. There's some in like Philly. There's like they're all over the place.
Someone reached out to Adam and said, I can give you free tickets. Like, do you want to bring anyone? And he's like, oh, yeah, I'll go. And then he told me, I was like, what the heck? So he said yes to bringing me and we were going to go. And then they canceled on him. They were like, we asked too many people, so we have to take away some tickets.
Yikes. That's a big yikes.
But then he got reached out to again. So now he is going.
Wow. He's like really moving and shaking.
I don't get any like cool invites. He gets invites to literally everything.
So do you get to be his +1?
No, he doesn't get a +1 for this one.
Okay, so front page. I know it's loud.
It's okay.
No, it's so bad.
It's fine. We have no one watching.
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, front page of the Wall Street Journal.
I have it. Yes.
Below the fold.
Yes.
You have today's?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
You looked at me like you were shocked.
Sorry. Okay. This is more for like just I think this is crazy that this is a front page story in the Wall Street Journal is there's this fan for soccer that the entire soccer batch he's a Ugandan fan. No, sorry, he's the Democratic Republic of Congo. No, sorry, he's a fan. He's a Congolese national fan.
What does he do?
Sorry, I got confused. And he stands like this, Jen, the whole game. He won't move. And it's a tribute to the country's leader that has passed away. And he says that he's metaphorically standing there to block the balls. And he stands like this for every single match. And he's incredibly famous. And he only will take his arm down if they lose. And then he will weep openly. I'm like slightly exaggerating, but that's basically what happens.
Did they give him like good seats? Is he kind of in the nosebleed?
They love him. I thought this was very interesting. In the Wall Street Journal, they said his fame peaked during the 2025 African Cup. I'm like, I feel like if you're on the front page of the Wall Street Journal, your fame is peaking.
Crazy. That is so crazy that it's on the front page and not like the back.
Okay, so he's made an entire career out of being a fan.
Does he get paid?
No, I don't think. Who would pay him? What would you be a fan of enough that you would like do that?
Okay, so you asked me this a couple of days ago. We were talking about like how much money we would spend. Like, what would we spend so much money on tickets for? Because like the Knicks tickets were going for like thousands of dollars, and then we were talking about Taylor Swift tickets. And I'm not a big enough fan of hers that I would care to spend thousands to go see her. And I've honestly been thinking about this for a long time. The only thing I would spend thousands of dollars for and be genuinely so excited is seeing my college football team play. And there was
you have to spend thousands of dollars. I'm sure they play like every week.
No, but like in like a finals game. There was like a couple of years ago where they were like kind of about to be like the national, I almost said the world champions, but they were about to be like the national college football champions. Like they were like one game away from going to like that level. And the hype was crazy. It was wild. They were undefeated. It was like amazing. And they're the only team I think I would care to spend so much money to see in a big setting like that.
Okay. Let's say, okay, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Okay. What would you be a professional fan for, but you can't get paid? Like this guy is not paid. He's just a professional fan. What do you love enough to be a professional fan of?
Is it lame to say like, you know how people would like travel around and like travel around to like musicians? Like I would travel around and follow an author on a book tour and be like a professional fan for an author on a book tour.
That's a good answer. I thought you were going to say professional fan of my family, and I was going to roll dice.
What would you be?
Not a professional fan of my family. I would be. There's a couple influencers that they're not famous at all, but I'm just like really fascinated by them. And they might have like Amanda Fadul, who I was sending you last night. I just like, if she was like doing a book tour, I would I guess I don't even know if I would. I don't know.
I don't know, but like the Toast, like going to see like the Toast live, like I would go see every one of their shows in New York City.
That's the thing is like, I think if it's in my town, I would go. Is there anything I'm traveling for? I don't know.
You know, right now I'm like a really big fan of Olivia Rodrigo. Like I'm kind of obsessed to the point where I was like looking at her show schedule, and she's not in New York till February, but she's everywhere else sooner. I'm like, I maybe would go travel to see her.
Doesn't she give out like condoms at her conferences? I feel like it's so
Does
cool.
she?
Yeah, I think she has like a big partnership with Planned Parenthood. She gives out condoms, which I feel like is like so.
I feel like I'm way too old to go to her concert. I feel like it's going to be so obvious. Sorry. I feel like they're going to be like, who is this mom in the audience? But
what would you do if someone just like gave you a condom?
I'd be like, you can keep it. You know what? Like someone tried to give me a free hat yesterday, and I was like, I know that I'm not going to wear it. I don't want, like, what am I going to do with this? I just gave it back. I thought that might have been like a little rude, but I was like, I just don't want this.
That's like you getting a condom. You're like, I'm just not gonna.
I'm 40.
You come back from a concert and you have all these condoms. Adam's like, I have some questions.
Yeah, I'm like, he's like, we can get tickets. Who do you want to go with? I'm like, honestly, myself, because like, who am I going to take to an Olivia Rodrigo concert? I don't want to go with someone who like doesn't want to be there, you know?
I think you want to go with, I think that's the thing is if you're like a big fan, you want to take another big fan.
Yeah. Like I don't want to be like screaming the lyrics next to somebody who's like never heard this.
Okay, this is fun.
Yeah. I'd rather just go myself and like have a good little time.
And also then you can be with other fans. You should splurge on good seats and be with like other true fans.
I know, but the fans are like 13. I'd be like the creepy 40-year-old.
Jen, you just told me that you're wearing leopard pants because you're trying to look like a mom today. Like, I think you're like,
my organs are, my intestines and organs are,
they're falling.
Okay.
You're young. Okay. Give me yours.
My next story is about the Knicks game, because obviously that was a huge thing in New York City this weekend. And like, I'm telling you, we were in Manhattan on Saturday for the last game, and you couldn't drive in the streets. Like, and this wasn't like New York City shut down the streets. It's like people were just blocking the streets, setting up screens. There was cars, like these like trucks that had screens on them showing the game. Everyone was in the streets. Everyone was drinking. It was nuts. You couldn't not care about it if you tried. So this article is all about somebody who had their wedding planned on that Saturday for the 5th game. And the game starts at 8:30. And I'm sure your wedding starts, let's say, at like 6. And the article is all about like this couple who was like, had to send out this email to their guests being like, please do not watch the game on your phone. I need you to participate in the wedding, dance at the wedding, like be here. And if you follow all of these rules at 10:30, when the wedding is over, we can go to the bar downstairs and watch the second half. What would you do if you were getting married on Saturday night and you had a very big New York guest list and they wanted to watch this game?
Was the bride getting married in New York?
I'm not sure, but it's the guy getting married was a super fan.
Oh, the guy getting married was a super fan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's my hot take. I think you have to embrace it. I think you bring a huge ass screen in and you just play it in the corner of your reception.
But then no one's going to dance. No one's going to celebrate. Like everyone's going to be looking at
Here's my hot take. Don't marry someone that likes sports that much. Maybe just cancel the wedding and find somebody new.
Yeah, just call it all off. I mean,
I don't know. That's hard.
I just feel like you spend so much money on this. You want people to be excited for you. But the flip side is like you're making your guests miserable because all they want to do is watch.
I think I'm sorry, I don't think you can send an email out to your guest list and be like, you guys don't watch on your phones. Like, I think what you can do is you can tell your closest girlfriends who will have your back, it's your wedding, and be like, I'm really scared everyone's going to be on their phone, which is totally valid.
Yeah.
And then be like, can you guys tell people not to look on their phones? And like bridesmaids love a job. Yeah. And like, be like, you know, okay, your like uncle is like on his phone. Send your like chipper little friend over to be like, Uncle Bob, like the bride doesn't want people on their phones. Can you go to the bathroom if you have to look at it? So you could put the screen in the bathroom.
Here's what they said. I just want to read you word for word what the email said. Everybody turn in a good performance, get out on the dance floor, and the reward will be the after party downstairs with the TV on at 10:30. That's like so strange to say.
It's like how I talk to my kids.
Yeah. Like I feel like I just wouldn't necessarily say anything and let people watch on their phone a little bit. Because also with basketball, it's like nothing happens till it happens. So like the first 2 hours of the game are like, who cares? It's always about like the last 2 hours or like the last part of it, you know? So I wouldn't even say anything. I would just let people live their life and look on their phone a little bit.
Or you could move the entire wedding up. You could be like, okay, actually, we're going to like go faster.
Yeah. Yeah. I do think something like this would stress me out, but I would have to just surrender to it. You can't control something like this.
Also, just like don't marry someone that likes sports that much. Tell them to get new friends.
The day of the wedding. Okay, you go.
Okay. Have you ever played Mafia?
What is that? I've heard of it, but I haven't played.
First of all, I don't like to play it because I don't like joking about dying. But, you know, like you shake hands, and then when you shake hands, someone kind of like, I feel like I could be messing up Mafia with like murderer, but like the idea is the same. You're in a group of friends, and like one of you is like trying to kill other people. Sometimes they like kind of like scratch your finger or whatever when you shake their hands. Okay.
So then what is so then if they scratch your finger, are you out?
Yes, then you're killed, and then you dramatically die. You usually like shake 2 more people's hands, and then you dramatically die, and then everyone tries to figure out who killed you. So this is a game kids play, or like kids that aren't scared.
Don't love it for kids.
It's the front page of the business and finance section because Peter Thiel is now having like famous billionaires play this game and videotaping it as a way to like, I'm sorry, I'm not here for the humanization of billionaires. Like, and he's like, isn't it funny to see a real housewife across from Jeff Bezos playing Mafia the game? And it's like, no, you guys should be, the housewife should be doing reality TV, and you want to be a billionaire, you should be working. Like, wait, I don't want to watching birthday party games.
I feel like they're trying to make themselves look less evil than they are by playing. Like, this is just so bizarre.
Oh, just leave that there.
That's so bizarre. Also, like, why that game?
That's what I was gonna say. Like, if you want to humanize them, like, why don't you do Duck Duck Goose? Like,
why don't you just like go on a podcast and like show your personality and talk about like something interesting, or play golf, or like, I feel like that doesn't humanize you. It makes you more childlike, and I feel like that's a very weird thing. Like, I don't think you need to look like a child. I think you need to look like a human, and playing these games will make you look like a human.
How bad is this joke? You know that guy that like never wants to get old, Bryan Adams?
Yeah.
And then they're like, we played with Bryan Adams, but he's not going to die because he never dies. And then the whole table chuckled.
I don't like this. I don't like billionaires talking about murder.
No.
It just kind of like creeps me out. It's like,
if I didn't like to play it when I was like a 7th grader, why are you playing it? Like, no. Why are you okay with playing it? Also, you know, I love the Try Guys. The Try Guys are doing this. I will say this whole genre of like playing Mafia games and videotaping it is a new genre. That's kind of what Traders is. Mm-hmm. And that also is like, that's what the Try Guys, they have like a whole series now. It's called Killer Dinner. It's literally you just watch people play Mafia. I feel like it's like a new version of.
Oh, so this is a thing, and they're capitalizing on they're like doing the thing, the trend.
Yes. The party game where Silicon Valley's elite pretend to kill each other is the lead.
I don't like this title. I just don't like this.
Also, like, the worst, when you were playing the game, the worst thing ever is like when someone's shaking your hand, and then I remember it so vividly, my friend, and she was scratching my arm to prove that she was killing me. And I was like, this is so scary.
Am I just like a weirdo where I just like don't like this for kids? Like, I don't like these words.
I would be interested if my kids play it. I should ask them if they ever play it.
I just like, I don't like she said the word, like my daughter said the word kill the other day. I was like, excuse me, where did you hear that? What is that word? Like,
I don't like that word either.
no,
I don't like it. I don't like it when kids say that word.
no, like I just feel like I don't want her to ever play these like shooting video games or like anything like that. Like I just feel like the world is so dark and her world doesn't need these like darkish kinds of games. I know we played a lot of them when we were younger too, but like
I didn't. I wasn't playing them.
I don't think I was playing them either. We played like Red Rover, which was like not dark, but like it was painful.
Red Rover is like, I'm sorry, why were we breaking people's arm? I hated that game. And
Awful.
you'd be trying to like smush your way through.
No, why are we hurting people?
Why?
I'm so protective of her that like I don't even want her to like shake a person's hand. I'm like,
shake a what hand?
hand. Like I don't even want her to like
totally germs.
I just bubble wrap her in this little like container.
Well, it's hard. They get older. Okay, go.
Okay. My final story is about college students who cannot get into the universities they want to get into. So instead, they get into the online version of that college. So this is about the University of Florida, which is an amazing school in Florida, so hard to get into. This kid did not get into the University of Florida, but he was able to get into the online portion of the school. And what he's doing is he can pay money to have access to the campus facilities like the gym and the food and the football games. So he can technically be a student, even though he's not allowed to go to classes on campus. This is becoming a huge thing. These programs have been in place for 10 plus years. They used to have like 300 people in the program for these schools. Now there's like thousands of people. And it's a school's way of making money, but also I guess having like a pig pen of people that they can then just like promote to the real school once people start to transfer and leave.
Okay. Important question. Do the people pay the same amount of money if they're going online? They pay less.
They pay way, way less because you're paying an online version versus a real in-school version.
I love this. I think this is genius.
Genius. And also like, a big thing when I was growing up in college, especially in Florida, is like all of the universities had community colleges next door. So like the University of Florida, right down the street is a community college. And if kids didn't get into University of Florida, they went to the community college and then tried to transfer after 2 years. And this was happening at every single school in Florida. So this has always been a thing, but now it's a bit of a bigger thing because I think a lot of people are not getting into the schools that they want to get into. My question for you is if you went to a nearby community college or even the online version of the school, would you tell people you went to that university?
Are you joking? I went to Northeastern and I tell people I would go to Northwestern and I got confused when I told them all the time.
I thought you were going to say that you told people you went to Harvard.
I'm sure I am sure. I'm like, I went to college, in Boston. I don't want to say more.
I know people are always like, where'd you go to school? I'm like, I went to a university in Florida, not University of Florida.
I think anyway, college is too expensive. They're getting the same. I think that this is so smart.
I think it's smart.
Also,
too.
like college is like half about the degree, half about like finding people to hook up with. The kid who's doing this can still go to the gym. He can still go to the parties, and he's paying a fraction of the price. If he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to tell his roommates. He just goes to class, and he goes to the library and logs online.
You're never going to have a job interview where they're like, so did you go to the online version or the in-person version? Like, it doesn't matter.
Your girl, I got my master's from the online program at BU, and no one's ever asked me where I got it.
I honestly thought that this was genius, and I'm glad there's an article about this because there's been things like this for a long time, and programs like this have existed for so long, but now it's becoming so popular, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
I say it's like, go for it. It's too long.
Okay, do we have time or should we call it?
I think we did. What was my lesson? Oh, my lesson. I just thought this is interesting. Do you know what Roku is?
Yes. So it's like the thing that you can access when you have to have a Roku device, but then you get access to Roku channels.
I just want to say, okay, Fox bought Roku. They bought them for $25 billion. If I bought something for $25 billion and then both of their stock prices went down, like Roku people weren't happy and Fox people weren't happy, I'd be so pissed.
Yeah, I wonder, that's actually a huge valuation for that company because like how much money are they making? Like I don't know one person who has a Roku anymore.
100%. It's like when you bring home takeout and I'm like, hi guys, I brought you takeout and everyone's like, we universally pan this. I'd just be so mad if I bought something so expensive. And then everybody's shareholders were mad at me.
And there's a lot of people who work there who came from like, I know people who came from like really big other entertainment companies. And I just feel like they were probably hoping for something big to happen. But this is a company that I don't think we're going to hear about in the next 5 years. I just think it's like, I know they have their own like Roku channel of programming, but I don't know anybody who cares.
Well, you know, Tubi is like part of them. And the CEO of Vimeo went to become like the head of Tubi, which is how I know them. Not well. I guess know them is like not the right word. How I've like heard of them. But like, what's Tubi?
I'm sure there's a section of the country that is very into Roku and Tubi programming who don't.
Well, it's not my house in Florida, and it's not your house in New York.
But that don't have the Netflix and all of that. I just don't know what their demographic is. And to me, Roku was like a device company because people were buying like the Roku device for their TV.
A little stick, right?
But I don't know if that is needed anymore because most TVs now do that without the stick. Like Roku's whole thing was it connected you to all these things, but most smart TVs do that. So I don't know.
That would have been, taking this full circle, like a good thing for that experienced CEO to say that she like brings her Tubi stick to all of her hotel rooms.
If only Tubi paid her.
If only to be continued.
This was such a great first episode. We did it. We got to take a picture. We have to take a picture just so we have this for like our
memories.
Cute.
I love you so much.
I love you.
It was a fabulous day. Thanks everyone for watching, and see you on the street.
All right. I love you. Have a great rest of your day.